It's too easy to waste time trying to do everything yourself and get burned out in the process. I hope this gives you some encouragement that there is a better way to live and work. Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to this Q&A episode. Today, I'm sharing about how I've navigated the work-life balance that feels so elusive to so many of us. Overworking is something that can come really naturally to me. Perhaps it comes from my time working in a startup and wearing many hats, as well as the cues I got from the men I worked with. This led to me feeling like I could never completely turn it off. Add to that starting a business and working from home where distractions are many. It's easy to feel busy but not see the needle moving on your progress when you're overwhelmed or unable to focus. I'm not proud to say that this even happened at times when I was supposed to be feeling super present with my kids or having time to myself. The wheels just kept spinning and never stopped. Have you ever done this? Can you relate? I've been that woman who has juggled planning meetings, family gatherings, soccer practice schedules, music lessons, and doctors and vet appointments, all while making sure the dust doesn't settle on the furniture for too long and everyone's meals are healthy and on time. Even in a supportive, equitable household, it's easy for many women, parents or not, to assume not only the event and home coordination, but also the energy that goes into the emotional well-being of a variety of family relationships. It's no wonder that many women struggle to make time for themselves or feel guilty for indulging in a night off or a weekend day to themselves. I mean, just listening to that right now, how did that make you feel, taking time for yourself? Many of us have a lot to juggle on a daily basis, and it can make us feel unfocused or lazy as we spin our wheels in some areas of our life where we just can't seem to make progress. I'm passionate about helping ambitious women personalize their self-care and simplify their wellness by tapping into their feminine strength so they can live their purpose in the world without burning out. When I started in the wellness space, business was done very differently with lots of phone calls, in-person meetings, and events. So when I decided to shift my wellness business to online programs and virtual coaching, I didn't even know where to begin. I got even deeper into an overworking rut trying to figure it all out. YouTube was helpful to an extent, yet I kept hearing the same thing: grind hard to get the results you want. Social media was a free-for-all, and people were just getting their footing on how it all worked. Algorithm was not even a word I knew the definition of. Even though I shared a successful wellness business with my husband, I felt some uncertainty about how to proceed. My highest values are freedom and connection, and I was beginning to feel disconnected and that the online space was overwhelming to navigate. My past work in the marketing world followed a linear, outward-driven, competitive way of working that never felt good. It's almost like it was modeled for me to abandon a part of myself in order to be what the world deemed as successful. In 2013, I lost my sister to cancer suddenly. She gave so much of herself to others and loved doing so. She was a mother of two very young children, and she and I had been planning her comeback while she was in the hospital when the end came far too soon. I was left grieving the loss of my only sibling, and her words of all she hoped to do in her life reverberated in my mind. She was only 43. I won't go into the details other than to say that she, like many of us, was programmed to look outside of herself for the answers to what was going on with her body. There was a disconnect that she only began to grasp as she sat with me in intensive care. The 6 weeks that she was in the hospital showed me countless others struggling with their illnesses, and I felt a deep motivation rise within me to help women like my sister tune into themselves and listen to their bodies so they hopefully weren't blindsided like we were. It took a while for me to come through that time, and I credit my young sons for keeping me going. I was educating them at home and helping them work through their own grief while I processed my own. I took the time to rest when I needed to because I realized the impact that not resting can have. I wanted to be present for them and to create new, happy memories. I'm grateful to my husband for all the support he provided to us in so many ways. In pieces of time, I started looking for some online guidance and finally found a voice I could relate to. I liked how there was a way to integrate feminine energy and nature into how I designed the next steps of my business and also into raising my family. In 2017, two new terms were introduced to me: do less and body first, business second. They resonated so deeply with me, and I found myself feeling more grounded than I had felt in a while. I decided to join a membership that was opening that taught all about online business practices with feminine energy leading the way. This lined up beautifully with my wellness and self-care ideology of cyclical living, which I've talked about in previous episodes of this podcast. Once inside, I quickly learned that I didn't need any other courses or masterminds about online business because there were robust, tried and tested resources continually being added by someone who operated a successful business based on feminine principles and nature that I'm all about. I became a part of a community of heart-centered, conscious people who want to live and work more in tune with themselves. The support inside was like nothing I had experienced anywhere else, online or offline. And I felt a part of something bigger than myself while being able to show up authentically as myself. I stopped feeling lonely as I blogged and created wellness content and programs, and I began to look forward to all the touch points, the live coaching and connection calls. This year, I became aware of a monthly central nervous system healing session that I can replay as often as I want on a private podcast. This was something I didn't even know I needed that has allowed me to release so much of the past that wasn't serving me, and also to let go of traumas of losing my sister, some other extended family, and my mother and my father, all in a span of 7 years. I really thought I was okay. I thought I had moved through all that emotional experience, learned, blessed, and released, and yet I see that the layers can get buried under lots of activity and the busyness of life. My faith and amazing friends have been a beautiful comfort, and I also see how my body has lots to teach me about how to heal as well. As I mentioned before, I've also been socialized not to look within, but outside of myself for the answers. I'm grateful to the opening and healing that has happened as I've started to trust my inner wisdom more. In terms of my offerings, since implementing feminine-based business principles and doing less, I gained deep clarity about my message and how I wanted to deliver it, as well as the consistency in sharing it. I've streamlined the what to do in a way that felt impossible when I had too many things on the go, helping me be so much more focused. Because here's the thing. Doing less is not doing nothing. It's doing less of the things that don't get you the results you want, so you have space to focus on the things that move you forward in a positive way. Even during the wild ride that was 2020, I expanded into launching this very podcast. I simplified my offerings, revamped my mentorship, and this year I opened a wellness circle, which is leading to other elements in development. I'm so grateful that I found what I needed to support me and connect me to what I'm capable of. And this wellness circle that I mentioned, well, that's where I dive deeper into wellness rituals, practices, and encouragement to help you elevate your overall well-being. I had originally wanted to create a membership that contained so many of the lessons that I've learned inside the community that I joined in 2017, but I came to the conclusion that even with my own flavor on it, really everything that I could ever hope to offer was inside that membership. So instead, I want to share that community with you. If you've ever struggled with overworking, overfunctioning, or feeling overwhelmed in your work, business, or your home life in general, I need to tell you about a free workshop that I'm attending in a few weeks. My business mentor, Kate Northrup, will be teaching it, and so much of the ease I've uncovered in my life is from what she and her team have taught me. The title of the workshop is The Productivity Myth: 3 Easy Tactics to Focus on the Right Things and Get Better Business Results Without Burning Out. What I love about this is that the principles that will be discussed are transferable into other areas of your life, whether it's in the workplace, your side business, or in your home. This workshop is free, and I'm inviting you to join me there. It's taking place on Wednesday, October 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, with another session on Thursday. I've put the link to register your seat in the show notes. I made a short link, so it's bit.ly/I want focus. So bit.ly/I want focus. So tap on the link for additional details as well. And if you join me at the workshop, I have some fun bonuses to give you that I think you'll love. I know you'll find so much value from what Kate shares. So much of the ideas and strategies for life and business are not found anywhere else. You'll feel so much more attuned to your feminine wisdom and given the ability to know how to focus so you can finally live with more ease. I've certainly felt this way. Now not getting pulled away by what I used to feel was urgent or getting swept up in comparison mode with all the different voices floating around the media world, I'm more present with the people who are right in front of me. It feels really good. I feel more in tune with my body and my purpose than ever. It's too easy to waste time trying to do everything yourself and get burned out in the process. I hope this gives you some encouragement that there is a better way to live and work. I appreciate you listening today, and I hope to see you there because I'll be at the workshops too. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Big blessings. Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact, elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.